We are starting with a morning meditation to regulate the nervous system. If you can, I invite you to take deep breaths. Inhale through the nostrils, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly release, and push the remaining air out through your mouth. As you breathe, notice how your body feels a little bit lighter, relaxed. It is crucial, it is paramount to your success that when you embark on each day, you map it out, you plan it out in your mind. So, what we're going to do right now is called segment intending. We intend for what we want each segment to be, moment after moment, period after period, session after session. So, in this moment, imagine that you are in this white space of nothingness, clear, free from distractions, safe, secure, hopeful, with all the possibilities within your reach. On this call, I want you to think about what would you like to get from this call? When you walk away from this call today, what would be your win? Take a few seconds to think about that, to feel it. Smile. Be in the present moment. Notice how good this feels. Second intention. After this call, what do you get to do afterwards? What would be a win for you? Remember, we are segment intending. What do you intend for the next segment, next phase after this call? Are you at work? Are you exercising? Are you doing tasks? What is the result? Feel it, smile, see yourself getting it. When you start the day with segment intending, you're more likely to achieve what you set out to accomplish versus randomly going with the flow. Breathe. Inhale deeply until your lungs are at capacity. Slowly release. You might say, what does this have to do with money? Everything. If you can see it, you can believe it. And when you believe it, you'll be living it. It's a system. It's systematic. It's in your approach. As we come to a close, we're about a minute away from closing. Envision the life that you want and know that it starts now. Feel it, see it, believe it, start to live it. Breathe. We're coming down to the final 30 seconds. I want you to see everything working out for you in your best interest. Today is a good day for a great day. Believe it. It's happening. It's here. I invite you back to the call. Hopefully that was good for you all. Hopefully that was amazing. If you haven't started your day with the guided meditation or just having that slow pace, congratulations, you did that just now. Okay. So, welcome to your MVP leadership and accountability. Go ahead and turn your cameras on if you can. Go ahead and turn your cameras on if you can. Once again, welcome to your leadership and accountability call presented by Love Plus. Now, remember, everything you do finds a way to show up in other aspects of your life, whether you are intentional about it, whether you are blindly doing it, it doesn't matter. It's all cyclical and it's all a systematic thing. So, everyone put system in the chat, put system in the chat. Go ahead and put system in the chat. Your system will be the single most important thing that allows you to get to your next level. Now, I want to get right into the presentation. Some of you have seen this presentation before, but hey, just like you know, when you do it again, you get a gain. Somebody put a gain in the chat. When you do it again, you get a gain. When you do it again, you get a gain. So we will be doing some things that are more repetitious in a way because we know that the more you practice, the better you get. So practice is really just about progress. Okay. Practice doesn't make perfect, it makes progress. It makes progress. So the idea for us right now is we're going to go over what is the single most important thing that allows us to get either success or walk into failure. And it's the same thing. And that's the weirdest part is that the same thing that attributes to your success the most attributes to your failure the most. And remember, even if we think that we failed, it's not really failing. Failure or the word fail is the first attempt at learning. So, what we truly want to do is just learn from what we've done. So, before I even get into the presentation, I had an idea when I woke up today. I got up, did my guided meditation for about 15 minutes, took a shower, I got to before I got to the shower, just kind of stayed in the sauna a little bit, and then I got in the shower, and then I did the cold, and then I came out, and then I made the bed and did all the other stuff, and I realized that some of us are not measuring our success the way that would be super beneficial to us. But I want you to think about it this way: Have you improved? Have you not? And I want you to think about the things that you do. Are you still doing the same things that you said that you wouldn't do? Are you over those things or are you still in that midst of doing those things? So for example, you probably told yourself, hey, I want to get up and I want to make the bed and make sure that's the first win I get today. You probably started it. Did you stick with it? So I want you to look over a 10-year span right now and I want you to notice how much did you actually improve? If you improved so much that you're unrecognizable, put a 10 in the chat. If you improve marginally, put a 5 in the chat. And if you need to make more improvement and you haven't improved much, put a 1 in the chat. Do your own self assessment from the last 10 years because this is where you'll start to see if what you were putting into place was actually working and showing up for you the way that you know that it could. I see a lot of cameras off. At this juncture, we shouldn't be asking you to turn your cameras on because each moment in your life leads to the next. So we want to show up as high level leaders within our own lives. And then by doing that, we show up as high level leaders in other people's lives. And what happens is we get gifted with things. Like I had a deal come to me for a self storage facility for about 500,000 plus dollars. Now this is because when you're a leader, people can bring you deals. I had another deal come to me where this was about investing small little amount of money, but the return was a great return, partnerships. But this is not me out there actively looking for it. This is when you're a leader, people bring you opportunities. So we all know that the opportunities that you are going to create comes based upon your level of attraction, how attractive you are. And your level of attraction is not just about the way that you look, right? It's not just about the way that you look. It's also about the way that you speak, how you operate, how you connect with people. If you're punctual, do you show up? So it's literally about your systems. And the systems that you have help you produce leadership and accountability. So you want to put it together where it's systems of leadership and accountability. So this call is going to gear you up to be a leader. One of the things I was doing in my morning routine as far as working out, it was hard. But I realized that while I was doing these crunches, while I was doing these extensions, I had to realize the pain is part of the journey. The pain is showing you that this is what you could be working on to get you to another level. If you are comfortable and you don't experience the pain, chances are you're staying the same. I'm not saying hardship and struggle in your life. I'm saying when you're doing one thing like personal development, it's going to be hard. Expect it to be hard and get through the hard so that way you become even harder. You like when I thought about I'm doing the crunches because right now I kind of got a mixed belly, right? It's nice, but it's not as hard as it should be. If somebody used to punch me in the stomach, I shouldn't feel anything. See, I go through the hard so I can become harder, so that life could be easier. So you're gonna go through some hard, so that way you could become harder, tougher, stronger, bigger, faster, stronger, and that way life becomes easier. No more struggle. You're always going to experience a little bit of downside because you can't have the good without the bad. So, do I have your permission today to play full all out within the next 30 days, 60 days of you having this leadership and accountability? Any exercise that we give you is exercises that's helping you become better, more attractive. If I can have your permission, let me know in the chat. If you're going to play full out, let me know in the chat. If you're going to put the systems together for leadership and accountability, let me know in the chat. Remember, this is not for me, this is for you. If you don't step up, hey, you just keep having the same life that you have already. If you do step up, you have a total different life. And that is the formula for success. When you step up for you, things start to step up to you. Then when you work on you, things work out for you. It's just a systematic approach that God has created for us. That way, you're just not being a person that's just sitting around doing anything. Now, before I get into the slide, I want to make this very clear. You're going to want to have resistance to some things. You're not going to want to work out. There's times that you're not going to want to get up to get on the calls. There's times you're not going to want to do what you set out to do in your calendar. That's natural. But that shows you that's where the growth needs to take place. The fact that you don't want to, when the opportunity is that you get to, because one day there will be a day where you no longer get to do these things. There will be a day where you look back and say, I wish I could have done that. Oh, I miss doing that. Those were the glory days. Or that time was a great. You don't be that person. Are we clear on that? That there's going to be times where you're going to feel like I don't want to do it. Are you clear on that? Put clear in the chat if we're super clear on that. Put clear in the chat. Okay. So some of us grew up with these identities, but we need to now focus on the possibilities. So if you've given a identity, oh man, I'm just fat, or oh, I'm just big boned it. Don't listen to the identities. Get into the shape that you want to get into. Oh man, I come from a impoverished family. Don't listen to the identities. Get into the financial shape that you want to get into. Make sense? Let us know if it makes sense. Because this is going to be a fun journey, but if you start slacking off, it's not going to be fun. It's never fun when you have to have somebody motivate you to get up to do things. But it's always fun when you get up and things just happen for you, right? So let's make sure that's clear. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my screen and get into that presentation. I think all of us have an understanding of what we're doing here now, right? Like why are we here? We're here to get better. We're here to improve. So you will be going through personal development and business development. You will be trained on how to speak well, how to think bigger, how to think clearly. Like you will have clarity and direction. There's no doubt about it. But the primary objective is for you to become more effective in less time. Everyone put more effective in less time in the chat. More effective, less time in the chat. And the other aspect of this all is that we want you to get paid to be you. Imagine waking up and just getting paid to be you. Like I mentioned with the short story, I had people calling me, hey, do you want this deal? Hey, do you want that deal? Hey, do you want this opportunity? Yes, I love that. But I worked to put myself in a position to be able to be a leader where people can come to me with things and opportunities. That's called being more effective in less time. I want people to want to work for me. I want people to want to work with me. I want to work with other people and I want to work for you. It's just the bottom line. So I'm happy with that life. Now you have to make your choice up. Are you happy with knowing that you're going to have to work for the rest of your life? Now the difference is what type of work you will be doing. Whether you're doing physical tough labor or you're just showing up as that leader that you truly are, getting paid to be you. If that's you, you want to get paid to be, let me know in the chat. If you want to get paid to be you, you have to find your gift. You have to discover it and you have to operate in it. So the idea is to become your most attractive character. If you don't want this, that's fine. What I'm teaching and what I do is to help you become your most attractive character so you can get paid to be you, that is thinking clearly, thinking bigger, speaking clearly, speaking well, that's putting yourself in a position to look your best, to look good, but also be good. That way you are more effective with your time and then you can find your gift and get paid to be you. That is what I'm teaching you. So when you get confused about, okay, how does this make sense? Raise your virtual hand, ask me a question, let's build. Okay? If that's clear, put clear in the chat. This is not me talking at you. This is not that. If this was in person, we just would be in a circle. Okay, what do you need help with? All right, let's talk about this. How do we get the direction for that? Clarity for that. Raise your hand and ask questions. In fact, what did I just say? Let me know in the chat. Just so that I know you said clear, but let me make sure I heard, make sure I see that you heard me. What are we asking you to do? If you have any questions, you need clarification, you do what? Everyone should have questions in here because we're doing personal and professional development. Please do not sit on the sidelines and let this opportunity go by. All right, cool. All the skills that we teach will be transferable. The most important skill that you are going to learn is being effective with your time. If you're looking to get paid to be you, you want more revenue, you want less hours, you want real freedom, somebody put that's me in the chat. You want more revenue, less hours, and real freedom. Someone put that's me in the chat. See, I'm specializing in systems for personal and business growth. The one thing that I realize that affects business and personal is your leadership. If you have a business with bad leadership, poor leadership, what happens to the business? Let's just make sure we're on the same page. That's why I'm asking these questions. Answer the question, put it in the chat. Let's continue to go because I want to move fast on these slides. If you have a business with poor leadership, what happens in the business? If you have a relationship and you have poor leadership in your relationship, what happens in your relationship? I just want this to be super clear. Please just let it be super clear in the chat. All right, good. So we understand leadership is a must. Somebody put that in the chat. Somebody put leadership is a must. If you have not been stepping up to your level of financial stability that you know that you want, you have to be a better leader. You have to go out there and lead the way and go get it. It's not going to happen by you sitting down. Once you put yourself in a position to go get it, you now will be the one that can attract it. And that is what we want. We want you to be able to attract everything that you want by the work you have done. You cannot complain about the results you get from the work you haven't done. If that's clear, put clear in the chat. I'm going to have you put clear in the chat the entire day to make sure we're on the same page. So once again, this is all about leadership and accountability. Okay. So if you have a question, I want you to answer it thoroughly. Going forward, you answer the question outright. And if you have any elaboration, you do that afterwards. When you raise your hand and you come up to speak, don't give me a background story. Tell me exactly what you're looking for. And then later on, you can do the background story. Okay, makes sense. Put clear in the chat. What do you value most? If you can only pick one, what do you value most? Do you value your time or do you value your money? Now, you can value both. You can value one or the other. You need both because without time, I mean, you probably can't make money, and without money, you probably don't have a lot of time. So, like, which one would you choose though if you only could pick one? I want you to think about that. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. But remember what we said. Elaborate on it. Get explicit on why. Answer it thoroughly. Anytime someone asks you a question, don't give the surface answer. Give the direct core answer. And then later on, you can always add value later. But give the direct answer. Why is time more important to you? Why is money more important to you? Why? Get directly to it. No fluff. See, the thing is, Time is your greatest leverage, and I want you never to forget that. See, without time, you have nothing. Once your time exists, once your time cease to exist, you can't do anything. You are done. Right? This is what they call death. But that's just you, that's your time ending. Just your time is ended. Without the time, you have nothing. With time, you can create everything. Everything is created with time. Please don't rush your journey and don't be so quick to change your path. It's going to take time. When you're on this journey to be successful, it's going to take 3 to 4 years. Let me know in the chat how many years is it going to take before you can truly see success. When you start building a business, it's going to take 3 to 4 years before your business becomes super profitable. It just is what it is. Now, you can make profits along the way, but if you take those profits and you don't reinvest into your business, you are always going to see yourself cutting or just meeting above ground, which would be paycheck to paycheck. And then now at that point, you own a job. But if you buy a business, it's still going to take 3 to 4 years for you to really become profitable. Just get that in your mind and understand that that's a principle. Just like what they use in school, they have 3 to 4 years before you graduate to the next level because this is the standard time. It just is what it is. They've been around years longer than us. Like the system has been around years longer than us. So it understands already because it took a lot of people to build out this system that we currently live in, which is called the matrix, ladies and gentlemen. Get comfortable with it because you're in a matrix. Now, the power of you being in a matrix is that you can also manipulate your matrix. Somebody put in the chat, manipulate matrix. You can manipulate your matrix. Now, your matrix, you can wake up in an impoverished place or you can wake up in a rich neighborhood. It's up to you. You can manipulate your matrix. Someone put that in the chat. Manipulate matrix. But I want you to put, I can manipulate the matrix. I want you to put that in the chat. I can manipulate the matrix. Now, when you are putting I can manipulate the matrix in the chat, when you think about matrix, which character comes to your mind when you think about matrix? You think about matrix, which character comes to mind? Neo. Okay. If you take the letters Neo and you mix them up a little bit, what's another word you can create out of Neo? What's another word you can create out of Neo? What's another word? One. So you are the one. Neo is the one that is going to manipulate the matrix. You are Neo. You are the one. You are the one. So it might feel a little odd to you that you're doing these things. Like when I'm working out and I was doing the crunches and the extensions, it felt odd because I'm in a vulnerable place. And my body is all out and I'm just randomly struggling, right? And it's just like, wait a minute, calm down. You have to go through the struggle. You have to go through the pain to become the person with the power. Okay? Somebody put power in the chat. You are Neo. You're going to go through some pain. You learn from the pain. You grab it. You take it. Turn your pain into your power. Now, what contributes to your success most? And I want you to think about what affects both success and failure. Everyone already understands this. You let me know in the chat. If you are the one, if you are the odd one, people are going to be against you. You're going to have dreams. People might not like it. You might tell your family and friends, hey, I have this idea. They might not support it. Don't get upset. Rule number one in personal development is you take nothing personal. Put that in the chat. Rule number one in personal development, you take nothing personal. Bottom line. So, what contributes to your success the most? What contributes to your success the most? Let me know in the chat. Let me see what we have in the chat. Let me see what we have in the chat. What contributes to success the most? Let me know in the chat. What do we have in the chat? And I love how everyone's putting stuff in the chat. I like that. That's good. Keep it going. The number one thing that contributes to your success the most is your effectiveness with your time. This is why we cannot emphasize more effective, less time. This is why we cannot emphasize that enough, as well as emphasizing mentorship. You're not going to do it alone. Bottom line, it's not going to happen. And if you think it's going to happen, you will be there on that journey on your island by yourself for a long time. And you will become a person that's introverted. And you will still, at the end of the 10 years, when you look up and you go, oh, damn, I'm still basically in the same position. All I did was acquire more things. That's not the life that we're looking to have you have. We want you to be more effective with your time because when you're effective with your time, it directly affects your experience with your money, your relationships, stress, freedom and flexibility. I want you to make sure this makes sense right now. If you feel like you don't have time, put a one in the chat. If you feel like you have a lot of time, put a two in the chat. This is super important for me to understand exactly where you're at. If you feel like you do not have time, put a one in the chat. If you feel like you have a plethora of time, put a two in the chat. Okay, so for everyone who put a one in the chat, I just want to make this clear for you. Do you feel like your relationship with money is at its best, or are you struggling with the money? Come on, facts, facts, facts. Best or struggle? Which one? Is at the best or struggle? Which one? Fast, fast, fast. Okay. Do you feel like your relationships are struggling, or your relationship are the best? Come on, fast. Put it in the chat. Do you feel like your relationships are struggling? Are you constantly having to fight for your titles, or having to fight for someone to see you or to reciprocate the love and the output that you have produced? Let me know in the chat. Is it best or is it struggling? I want you to think about all relationships. Okay. What about your stress level? Your stress level, are you struggling with your stress? It's like, man, stressed out. Every day I'm stressed out somehow. Every month I'm stressed out. Or are you feeling more like, hey, right now I'm the best with stress. I don't even feel stress. I don't even feel it. Okay. Now, what about your freedom and flexibility? This is the biggest one, because when you have freedom and flexibility, you have money, you have great relationships, and you have less stress. Make sense? When you have freedom and flexibility, it's going to determine how your level of stress, your relationships, and your money. Don't get me wrong. You could be freedom and flexible poor, and you can have less stress as a poor person. You can have great relationships as a poor person. You can have a little bit of money. But is that the life that you want? Because there's certain people, and I know you know them because you probably have some of those people in your family, or you know some of those people, but they're okay with being in stress. They're okay with being in relationships that are struggle. They're okay with having a little bit of money. They are okay without freedom and flexibility. But the question is not about them. The question is about you. Are you okay with that? So you will always have the same 24 hours in the day. So what are you doing with your 24 hours? If there's a version of you that you know that you can have a greater relationship, what are you doing with those 24 hours? Are you looking to spend all of your 24 hours with your significant other? Or are you actually giving your significant other time to breathe and operate on their own? Are you giving yourself time to breathe and operate on your own? What about when it comes to your business? You join the boardroom, you join the mentorships, you join these programs. Are you giving yourself an opportunity to win? Are you scheduling time for you to work on certain things? Are you blocking out time where there's no noise and no distractions? You have to think about, what are you doing with your 24 hours? Because we all have the same 24 hours, but what are you doing with yours? So you must start to audit your time. This is why having an app is super important, or writing down what you're doing with your days and hours is so important. Right? Some of us, we look at it with our screen time, right? It's already on the app and we have a certain screen time. The screen time would tell us, hey, you've been on the screen for 8 hours throughout the day. You might, oh, damn, I was on the screen for too long. You know what? I'm going to cut that down tomorrow. But if you didn't see that, you wouldn't change that. Uh-oh. Write that down. If you didn't see it, you wouldn't change it. But if you see it, you can change it. If you change what you see, you can change what you say. And if you change what you say, you can change what you see. So you say to yourself, hey, I'm going to spend less time on the screen. Now you say that, you activate it, then guess what? You come back next week and you've done it. You've completed having less screen time. Makes sense? We've all done this, right? I know I'm not just talking about myself. We've all done this, right? Where you check your screen time and you say, you know what, let me cut that down. Or you check some time where you've been spending too much time, you've been spending major time on minor things, you probably cut that down. But let me ask you a question now. Let's say you could have the same 24 hours that you have, in that you can get 2 to 3 times more results in that same time. Would your life change? Remember, if you answer yes, tell us why. If you answer no, tell us why. Get comfortable with explaining exactly why, or the core of what it is that you're looking to convey. Get comfortable with it. Let me know in the chat. If you can get 2 to 3 times more results with the same time, you have 24 hours. But if you can get same results, if you can get that dopamine effect that you're looking for to be able to be on Instagram or on your social media platform, hey, but you still got your work done, but you also got paid, you still was able to have your relationship with your significant other, and you still had time for yourself, what would that do for you? If you was able to be with your children, if you was able to do all of what you set out to do and accomplish and still have 2 hours left in the day to just relax and have some downtime at the end of the day, how would you feel? What would that do for your life? If the results that you're getting is not stressing you out, it's not making you do extra work, but in fact, the work that you've done is giving you extra time, what would that do for you? So remember, the more effective and efficient you are with your time, the better you experience money, relationships, stress, freedom, and flexibility. Is this statement accurate? Let us know, because we at this point we should all be on the same page. Like if we just went through everything we just went through on the last couple slides, at this point we should all be on the same page. The more effective and efficient you are with your time, the better you experience money. If you could make $50,000 in 12 months, but you can do it more effectively and make $50,000 in 6 months, are you going to be a little bit happier with your money? You're gonna have a better relationship with your money. But guess what? You're not doing it. You're not spinning more wheels, and you're not getting more stress. It's the same time, but you're just more effective with it. So now you have more money. What about your relationships? If you don't need to spend so much time with pleasing everyone else and you have the ability to show up, hey, hang out, do your thing, but you have stress under control and you have the freedom and flexibility. We're not talking about freedom to travel because now at this age, I feel like we should live in the place that we want to vacation in. That's how I feel now. I feel like because I done did the traveling. Remember, I went for 36 months out of 42 months I was on the road, and everywhere I went, it pretty much was the same stuff. Now the difference may be terrain, it may be weather, it may be climate, it may be just overall scenery. But I think you now should be in a position where you can live where you want to vacate. Somebody put that in the chat. I live where I want to vacate, or I live where I vacation. Time. So time is super important. So we know the acronym for systems: saving yourself significant time, energy, money. But time is tracking incrementally measures efficiency. This is why they created time. The purpose of time is to incrementally measure your efficiency. Hey, I've been spending 3 hours over here studying when I've been paying attention halfway and I've been scrolling. I'm not getting enough done. I'm not being efficient with my time. So you know what? Let me, instead of working for 2 hours, let me just work for 60 minutes straight and no distractions. And I bet you I can get more in 60 minutes straight than I did in 2 hours. How many of us have experienced that? Let me know in the chat. Put I in the chat if you've experienced that. If you haven't, just don't worry about putting anything in the chat. So when they created time, that's what they created time for, to measure efficiency. So everything is created through time to measure efficiency. So that way you understand. And over time, it goes from tracking incrementally measures efficiency to tracking intentionally masters efficiency. Somebody put the keywords in the chat. There's two keywords in that chat. Two keywords. Go ahead and put the keywords in the chat. There are two keywords in that in this statement here. Remember, time, tracking intentionally masters efficiency. There's two keywords. Go ahead and put those two keywords in the chat. Everything important to you in your life is tracked and measured for efficiency. Income per hour. I know you might get paid by salary, but let me let you know, as an employer, yeah, it's still tracked per hour. It may give you a longer rope, but it's definitely tracked in hours. Okay. Speed, miles per hour, relationships, how long they last. The first thing you ask, oh, how long was your last relationship? Why? Because you want to know how compatible this person could be for you, or how long they last, did they work it out, because you know that over time that's where relationships get exposed, because in the beginning it's always perfect, right? It's amazing and you should keep it like that, but over time people change and we're not as efficient with our time, and that's what causes the relationship breakdown. In the beginning, when you're with a relationship with someone, you are having the most effectiveness with your time. You schedule a date or you schedule time, you meet up with each other, then over time you just start being with each other, and that just starts to wear on your relationship. However, it's not in all relationships, but it's 90%, and unfortunately 80% of relationships end in a breakup, and 80% of relationships, that's a marriage, and a divorce. So there's a reason for that, and it's because we're not effective with the time that we have with that person. Now your life is measured in ages. I don't, yeah, it's measured in ages, right? But the age is measured in years. No longer do I want you to think about your life in years, because the more you think about your life in years, the more time you waste. I want you to think about this. If you're 33 years old, you have lived 11,000 days. If you're 33 years old, you've lived 11,000 days. See, now if I say 33, that doesn't sound like much. I'm 33 years old. But if I say you lived 11,000 days, now that might seem like okay, wait, you might be onto something. Okay, let's put it in perspective. Three 3 years is about a thousand days. It takes you 3 days to get your LLC, but it took you 1,000 days to actually go get your LLC. From the moment you said, "Hey, I really would love to get my LLC. I want to start building a business, and I want to create some generational wealth for my family." It took you 1,000 days. Is that a long time or a short time? When you think about it, in business, we have ROIs, so return on investment. This is measured in time. We all want our ROIs when it comes to business. When you're going through your buy box, your ROI, best to believe you will have that in front. Like, hey, okay, I need it to be done. I need to have my money returned by X amount a day. All right. And obviously, weight is measured in pounds. Some of y'all don't even want to get on the scale. That's how scary numbers could be on the track. When you think you are lacking time, money, or opportunity, most likely you're lacking visibility on how your time is actually being used. And what you don't measure, you can't improve. So I just was talking about stepping on that scale. Some of you might be scared to step on that scale. When you step on that scale, you go, "Oh man, 200 pounds. Yeah, yeah. Let me not look at the scale anymore." Now, when you don't look at the scale, you can't improve it because you weren't looking at it before when you were at 180, then you were at 190, and now you're at 200, and you just, forget about it. But some of us, we look at the 200 and do what? Okay, I need to cut down now. Now you start tracking. Make sense? Let us know in the chat. Make sense? So we're clear that the time aspect, right? Let's make sure we make sense so far. We're clear that what we do with our time creates our success or failure. But now we're stepping into the next layer of this mental model, and what we are tracking, we can improve, and what we don't track, we cannot improve. If I don't know that I'm 200 pounds, yeah, I might look at my stomach and go, all right, well, I guess I need to do something. But it has to be tracked if you want to be efficient. Let us know in the chat. Okay? There's a lot of things that you're not tracking. Put it in the chat what you're not tracking. And I don't want you to tell me, well, I want you to put in the chat what you're not tracking, but I want you to think about it this way. If you do something partially, that's good, but it's not great. And I want you to put that on the list because you're not tracking the partial times that you're being partial, right? So, what are you not tracking? And if you can't come up with an answer, that's a problem. If you cannot come up with an answer, that is a problem. Recording stopped. Is there a way we can keep recording, team? Or do we run out of space? Let me know. Support. Let me know, support. All right, cool. Making sure that you track. So I'm not seeing a lot of people put anything in the chat for what they are not tracking. That's a problem. That is a problem because you should know what you're not tracking by based upon what you are already tracking. But if you don't know what you're not tracking based upon, well, that would be based upon the fact that you haven't been tracking. So you see how that makes sense? To me, hopefully it makes sense to you. If you have already been tracking, you can see exactly where you haven't been tracking. If you are tracking, right? Recording in progress. Good, thank you, Tim. If you are tracking, you can see where you haven't been tracking, right? And if you haven't been tracking at all, you're not even going to know. You're not even going to know. You can't even improve because you don't even know. So your system determines how effective you are with your time, and your current reality is a reflection of your system. So I had you all do this during the challenges. If your system is saving you significant time, energy, money, I want you to find the green light emoji. I think there's a green light, right? Or just put the green circle if you can't find the green light. And I want you to find the red light. If you can't find the red light, just put the red circle in the chat. If you're now currently being drained of time, energy, and money, that means your system is not working. Bottom line, I'll make it so simple. I want to make it simplistic and I want to make it digestible for you. If you look at your life and you're stressed, you have a lot of drained energy, your money is not where it needs to be, in your time, you don't have enough time, your system is not working the way that it should be working for you, because any system, it does not matter, your nervous system, it does not matter, your school, it does not matter, any system is created to save you significant time, energy, money. That's the bottom line. So if you're overspending your money, overspending your energy, and you don't have enough time, by default, your system is not working. So is your system working or not working? Let us know in the chat. Put the red in the chat, put the red circle in the chat if it's not working. Put the green circle in the chat if it is working. Okay. What about your system when it comes to sleep? Come on, let's move fast with this. Let's move fast. Your system when it comes to sleep. Your system when it comes to your support that you have around you. Your support that you have around you. Your system when it comes to money. Your system when it comes to management. When it comes to managing your time. Time management. Your system when it comes to time management. Okay, your system when it comes to being able to if you're already a business owner, to manage your business. And I want you to do an audit. I want you to see how many red circles you have or red lights you have versus how many green lights you have. Don't make it up for me. Do it for you, because this is not about me. Okay. I have some red circles too, just so you know. I'm not 100% on anything, and none of us will ever be. That's the purpose of improving your life. Okay. So, what happens when you start measuring things that you don't measure now? Well, you stop guessing, you stop wasting, and you start optimizing. So who here wants to cut out the guesswork and wants to cut out wasting time and optimize their workflow, optimize their money, their streams of income, but also be able to optimize their life in a way where you're just happy. Everything is working for you and with you every day of your life. Yes, you might go through some downtimes. Yes, you might go through some times where you don't have a lot of money, but that's just a small period. That's not a big portion of your life. So we need to start measuring it. So everything in your life is measured by time. So now you have to track everything that you do. And in the beginning, it's going to feel like a lot of work, but in the end, it's going to be worth it. And then it becomes autopilot. So you don't have to do it so much. You put it in a system and the system will do it for you, right? So have you ever felt like I don't make enough money? If you feel like any of these, I want you to put a one in the chat. I don't make enough money. I'm always stressed. I don't have time. My relationships are draining. That last one is so big. If you don't have any of these, put a zero in the chat. Okay. The truth is, when you say I didn't have money, I didn't have that, I didn't have this, I don't have the time, our relationships are draining. Let's just look at it. That's just one side of how you're looking at it. But the truth is, you weren't lacking effort. You were doing everything that you could do for the person that you are. The thing that you were lacking a system that made it workable for you and everything else around you. Is that a truth or is that a lie? If you could look at your system right now, look at your situation, is that truth or is that lie? Let us know. So most of us are busy, but we're not effective. So if we're overthinking instead of executing, we're worrying about things that we can't control, spending money on things with no return, saying yes to everything, not tracking our progress. Guess what? We're going to be busy, but we're not going to be effective. Overthinking, worrying, spending money, saying yes, not tracking makes you busy, but not effective. And I'm not doing this to make you feel bad about yourself. I'm doing this to show you that as much as we thought we were winning at a higher level, there's another level we can get to. So, for example, just scrolling for 2 hours a day is 60 plus hours a month. That's how much you could lose out on as far as your progress goes. That's more than a full time work week that was just spent on 2 hours of scrolling. And trust me, I've done that this weekend. I turned my phone off. I was non existent to the world. This weekend, I was non existent to the world. You probably saw me Saturday. After that, you didn't hear from me till today. And sometimes you need those days. But how often are you doing it? Because life is mathematic. Life is systematic. If it's mathematic, it's systematic. Mathematics is systematic. So whether you realize it or not, what you do daily creates your results. What you believe in, you'll be living, and what you focus on expands. So right now, your system, the mathematical system you put together, your life, you're perfectly designed to get the results you're currently getting. If you like the results, I want you to realize that. If you don't like the results, I want you to notice how that makes you feel. For this particular statement, I want you to put a red circle in the chat or put the green circle in the chat if this applies to you. So right now, you're perfectly designed to get in the results you're currently getting. If you would like to stop getting those results, put the red circle in the chat. If you would like to continue to get those results, put the green circle in the chat. So I think at this point, we're very clear that we need personal development or we need business development. I want you to let me know in the chat which one it is for you. Maybe it's both. That's why we have leadership and accountability here. So is it personal development? Is it business development? Is it both? Once you have come to that agreement, now everything that we do from this point on, you will get results from. I can guarantee you that you will get results if you do the work. Nothing in life is guaranteed, but I can guarantee that if you do the work, you'll get the results. Bottom line. Now, stress is a sign of inefficiency. When you feel like you're stressed, I want you to realize this. Okay, let me slow down. Let me start over. This is the first thing that you need to do. Take nothing personal. So a lot of times we have stress because we take things personal. Take nothing personal. That's the first level of you doing anything successful. Take nothing personal. That's why we say it's just business, it's not personal. Take nothing personal. It's not personal. It's not personal. Unless they physically attack you, then that's personal. If it's something that you thought they said to you, it's just you interpreting what is being said to you. So stress is a sign of inefficiency. If you're stressed out, that means you're trying to control everything, or maybe you're focusing on what you lack and you're not focusing on what you already have so it can expand. You're focusing on what you lack so that expands. Taking on other people's problems, we're not doing that. Okay. Which life are you living? Inconsistent or lacking money? Ups and down relationships, stressed, overwhelmed, reactive, that's side A. Always trying to catch up, always feeling off balance. That's side A. Put the answer in the chat. Are you A or are you B? B is consistent, growing income. You're aligned with healthy relationships. You love yourself. You're doing a lot of things that would allow you to be calm, focused, stress free energy. You have a clear direction of where you're going in life, and you are in control of your time and your freedom. Which side are you on, side A or side B? I want you to think about it this way: your problem is an opportunity. If you don't have a struggle, you don't have progress. Your current obstacle is preparing you for your next level. Struggling financially forces you to learn income skills. Those skills help you become the person you need to be with that particular lifestyle. The four pillars of results, and I'm going to stop the slides here. I'll pick up on these slides next week, but I'm going to stop the slides here. The four pillars of results. This is how you're going to get the results. When we talk about the four layers of value, the four layers of business, all of these things are the same because there are principles that are interchangeable. They work in any arena. So, in your results, this is what you need in your results. You need vision. Somebody put vision in chat. Vision is your imagination. You need to have it imaged. Imagination. You have to imagine it. You cannot skip this part. If you imagine things going wrong, they will. If you imagine things going right, they will. You must imagine it. The system, you need a system. You need a system to help you communicate and a system to help you orchestrate. You need a system. Stop running away from the systems and don't get so many systems that you can't control them. Get a all-in-one system, right? And maybe you got two or three of those, but not a million systems. Okay, get a couple systems that allow you to communicate, orchestrate, and be able to do the things that you need to do in order to produce results. The next two layers, the next two pillars are going to be team. So you need a team. Everyone in here is part of your team. Pick a buddy. Get someone to help you to be accountable. Okay. So integration and unification is super important. You have to include other people into your life. You have to enroll people into your story, into what you are doing in your life. And execution, implementation. You can't say you're going to do it and don't do it. You have to implement. Okay, you have to. So you use these four. This is where we'll pick up on Monday. We'll pick up right here on these four pillars of results. So don't be too hard on yourself. Take a screenshot of this, but start to work this. So for the rest of the week, we will not have calls, but you can get on the lives with me today at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On the Mondays, we do our Mindset Mondays. If you need some mindset, we do what we call clarity and direction. You can ask questions. You can build. You can just listen in. And throughout the week, we do lives. Catch us on the lives. And on Saturdays, we have our Mindset Reset networking call where you can come and build with each other and build relationships to produce big business opportunities for yourself and with others. Okay. There aren't any secrets to success, there are only systems for success. That is the bottom line. If you do not have a system and you're winging it, you're not going to be successful. You can have a level of success, but you're not going to be successful because a system is what takes you to another level. Okay. So we all know that being more effective with our time is super important. Okay. This is why we created Becoming More Effective in Less Time. So if you don't have Becoming More Effective in Less Time, go ahead and get that. If you don't have Becoming More Effective in Less Time, if you need the link to it, ask for the link in the chat and we'll give you that link. We do have the audio as well. Some of you like to just listen to it, then you can just listen to the audio. But if you would love to acquire Becoming More Effective in Less Time book, go ahead and ask for the link in the chat. The purpose of us helping you out with the leadership and accountability is for you to become your most valuable participant. That's the MVP. Someone put the trophy in the chat. Put the MVP trophy in the chat. You are the MVP of your life. And one of the things that we're going to close with is this. If you do not have a system that's going to help you give you a roadmap and give you clarity, is prioritization part of why we're not effective? Let me know in the chat. If prioritization is why you're not effective, you let me know in the chat. You let me know in the chat. We're going to close up. We're down to our last 10 minutes. Team, if you could put the 10-minute timer on the clock, we're down to our last 10 minutes. Let me see. I didn't see anything in the chat. Okay, I see some things in the chat. So I'm going to introduce this to you. Two platforms. So if you haven't noticed, right, Love Plus, this is our transformational platform. Remember, we're looking to help you become the MVP of your life. Love Plus is what is the program that created our leadership and accountabilities. Now, this is for personal growth and business growth. That's what Love Plus is. Can somebody tell me what Love Plus is for? If you would love to speak better, if you love to think clearer, think higher, if you love to look good, if you love to get paid to be you and become more effective in less time, Love Plus is our developmental platform for personal and business. Put that in the chat just so you're clear on what it is, because I know some of you aren't clear. Now, inside of the platform, obviously, we have our Becoming More Effective in Less Time book. This is our guide. You can always use this for the rest of your life. It's not some regular book, it's a book about you that if you utilize the tools, it helps you develop guaranteed results if you do the work. There's no doubt about that. Now, we do have funnels. We do have all the other things that you can use for your business, even for your face to look good. And we have our Mindset Max Out. This is our super pack where it comes with all the, I'm not going to go through it right now, but it comes with everything that you need to be super successful, at least starting out. And if you're already started, it allows you to be empowered to move to that next level. Everything you need as far as public speaking, branding yourself, time management, clarity, focus, peak performance, everything that's in there, you name it, you got it, you'll be successful just with that pack alone. But what I would love to show you on the Love Plus platform is this. So you go to my development. On my development, I know some of you know a little bit about this, but a lot of you don't, and you don't utilize it. This is free, complimentary with what you have when you joined our programs, right? And I gave a lot of you access to this, and some of you did not use it. But I want you to think in here. If you can become better at branding yourself, would that make you more money? If you can learn business contracts, maybe you can just help people create business contracts. Maybe about being clear with your goals. Would that help you out? Would that make you more successful? Maybe communication. So these are the skill sets that you'll be working with, the systems that you'll be working to develop so that way you can be better suited for success. When it comes down to confidence, maybe it's your connection. Which challenges are you dealing with? So with the Love Plus developmental system, it's a personalized system that we offer systems for growth and transformation in both personal and business. You could either choose the area that's the most challenging in your life or choose an area you desire to improve upon. Either way, Love Plus development systems will transform you into a highly attractive character people love to associate with, partner with, and listen to. So, for my thoughts to you, hopefully you're no longer waiting around and you're realizing it's time for you to take action and step into your next level. If that is true, go ahead and put the trophy emoji in the chat. Already we showed you one system, which is that book. We're showing you another system, which is this site. You can go to loveplus.com, log in, and get access to this. Now, there's things in here that's paid, but all of you have the free access. And what I'm showing you right now is free version. Okay. So discipline. If you need to have discipline, maybe you need to work on some of your credit. You could do it on your own. Maybe you have to build out your own courses or you want to build your own community. It's all in here. Maybe it's fitness, right? Maybe it's something else, right? So I want you to think about you have everything that you need to help you get to another level. Maybe it's your habits. Maybe it's the leadership that you need to work on. Maybe it's the LLC creation or manifesting. Whatever you need, it's in here. You name it, we have it. Go in here and work on yourself because I promise you, you will not be the same in 30 days. In 30 days, your life will be looking totally different. Totally different. If you're inside of our boardroom and you know that you are in to learn self storage, go in here and figure out how to do a self storage business plan challenge. Go in here and learn how to evaluate deals. Okay. And even when it comes down to spiritual, because we all know that wealth is spiritual. So you want to make sure that you start to tap into your inner higher being, your higher self, and then unlock those levels of success. Now, if you say, okay, I love that and I want to do that, go ahead and put the trophy emoji in the chat. Last system that we're going to show you is our Melto system. This is our system that is created from Love Plus. So basically, it's a system that allows you to eliminate 80% of the wasted effort and become your most attractive character all within 30 days or less. You can use all three tools, or you can choose which path you want. Let me know in the chat which link you want, and we'll give you the links. If you want all three, just put all three. We'll give you those links. But I want you to think about this. Imagine having the clarity and direction to execute at your highest level, but it's a system that allows you to operate with supreme confidence. Imagine your confidence level going up another notch. Now, with Meltos, that's exactly what you get. You get a performance system that turns your goals into daily wins. This is not some average thing. This is not Chat GPT. This is a literal system that I've created and used. And I want you to understand this will move the needle to help you reclaim 2+ hours a day for the things that you love to do and the people that you love to do them with, not by doing more, but by doing what matters most. If getting 2+ hours back in your day, you becoming more effective, able to hold yourself accountable, but make it easier for you. Would this be beneficial to you? Yes or no in the chat. 3 times the goals. You can reach your goals 3 times faster. Also, we have a AI coach in here. Now, what I'm going to do is show you this really fast. We have about 3 minutes before we get ready to shut down. It's going to demonstrate to you how successful you have been throughout the week. So on Monday, did you complete your goals? On Tuesday, did you complete your goals? Would seeing something like this help you, empower you, or hurt you? Let me know in the chat. If you can see exactly where you are missing, you can see your blind spots. If you can see where you are hitting, if you can see your results, would this help you out or would this hurt you? Let me know in the chat. Imagine seeing this, right? You get 100 on Monday. You're like, oh, I liked it. I'm gonna do it again on Tuesday. You do it again on Tuesday. Oh, I didn't get 100. I got 80. That's still good though. It's still in the green. Somebody put the green circle in the chat. I'm still in the green. But if I hit on Wednesday, I got a little cautious now. This is how it happens. This naturally happens, right? Monday you start hitting the ground running. Tuesday you still up, but by Wednesday come you're like, oh man, I dropped a little bit. Let me pick it up a little bit. Now you can pick it, you can see it, you pick yourself up, and now on Thursday you operate again. On Friday, yeah, Friday is Friday. We know that Friday, not doing much work on Friday. Let's just be real here. Okay. Friday is at that end of the weekday. It's like, yeah, it's the end of the weekday. Like, you're not getting that much work done on Friday. You probably only need to do 20%. But look at your total week though. Look how effective you are being. Look at the things you're checking off, right? You have a roadmap, you have a dashboard, you have a focus timer, you have the coach, you got inspiration, you have everything you need in here. So if you needed to prioritize, if prioritization was your issue, you come in here and ask the coach. Who's the coach? The coach is me. Now, you may not be able to get me 100% of the time, but if you have my duplicate, you can get that 100% of the time, right? You are spending 60% or 68% of your time on low impact tasks. Switch focus to client outreach for the highest ROI this week. Imagine having someone give you more clarity so you can move faster. So then you ask coach, okay, what should I prioritize today? And then we're giving you a layout of what exactly you should prioritize. It takes out the guesswork and allows you to be super successful. I'm not doing this to get your money. This is my goal. My goal in the world is to create leaders and help us move to a higher level of humanity. Now, how do I do that? I have to start with me first. If I'm not a great leader, no one's listening to me. So everything that I'm sharing with you all are things that I do. Now, when I get these results, people ask me, they say, hey, how do I get this? How do I get that? And I say, hey, this is how you can do it. But I can't train a million people at once. So you know how I can become more effective in less time? Is if I have an app that can duplicate me to help train everyone else that I can't physically train. And is at an affordable rate. Make sense? Make sense? So it's giving you the task. Okay, close 10 clients this month. It's showing you the progress. It's showing you everything here. Did you check it off? Did you not check it off? What's going on a daily task? And if you all would like to try that out, it is $2. It's only $2 to try it out for an entire week. Let me go ahead and get that link and I'll put that in the chat. Any questions, any concerns? We're now down to um, the end of the call. If that's something that you want, put the link in the chat. I mean, tell me to put the link in the chat. Say put the link in the chat if that's what you want. If you want me to go ahead and put this link in the chat, you have to ask for it. I can't just give it to you because you're not going to do anything with it if I just give it to you. You have to actually ask for the link, and I'll put the link in the chat. The good thing about all of this, right, is when you are, oh, that's the time. That's it for today. So we're going to have to close up. So let me close out saying this. Team support, copy this link and put this inside of the school. Put this inside of our school and also put this inside of our Telegram. Copy this link, put this inside of school, also put this inside of our Telegram. So, okay, this week, this is what I want you to do. This is the homework for this week. The homework for this week is to prioritize everything you need to get done this week. That's it, just this week. So you need to create a roadmap for this week. Now you can use Meltos, and Meltos can give you that roadmap ASAP, and you can start hitting the buckets today. Now, if you don't use Meltos, you can just do it on your own, and you create your own roadmap. But I need to see that on Monday. On Monday, I'm going to ask for your roadmap because if you say, "Hey, I want to acquire a self-storage facility by June," well, it's June now, but I want by, let's say, August, by August 1st, okay, what are you doing to make sure that becomes a reality? I need to see it on Monday. So I need to know your goals, whatever your goals are for the next month, for the next 3 months, it does not matter. It's up to you. If your goal is for the next week and that's what you focus on, that's fine. All I need is to see it on Monday. Please don't not show up on Monday now just because I'm holding you accountable. Don't do it. All right. With that being said, we are out of here. Peace, love, and beautiful energy. Next week will be more of us building. Obviously, today's one of the days we just start. So I'll share a lot today, but Monday and the days going forward, we will be, sharing. All right. Peace, love, and beautiful energy. I want everyone to come off of mute, snap it up and clap it up. Your next level is loading. We're just getting started. Last thing, also, real quick, we are doing a 30-day challenge. 30-day challenge. If you want to participate, that's separate. A 30-day challenge where you go ahead and you list out things that you want to do for 30 days straight, and you have to hit all of them every day. Every day you hit one. Do one thing every day for 30 days. You have to hit all of them. If you're interested in that, go ahead and send me your DM or reach out to support so support can tell me. But let us know and we'll put you in that position to have that accountability for that. Okay, that's a separate thing. That's a love plus thing only. All right, peace, love, beautiful energy. Everybody, come off of mute. Let's have everyone come off of mute. Send the request, team. Right, thank you. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Peace, love, and beautiful energy for everybody who was on live. I'll see you soon. Actually, tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the Mindset Mondays for clarity and direction. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.